Hello, and welcome back to our little path, my friends. I'm Amanda. If you are new here, thank you for joining me. I like to talk all things motherhood, homeschooling, and family life. And today, a little bit of homeschooling encouragement coming at you. I wanted to talk about homeschooling and just kind of like some encouraging words as everyone's rounding out their school year, trying to finish up and trying to survive, finish out those curriculums that they have and kind of push through, because I'm sure your children are feeling burnt out. You're probably feeling burnt out. I know I am. And just kind of how, you can bring that like excitement and fun of the new year into the end of the year. Before we jump in, I want to encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button below if you have not already done so. And if you like these type of videos, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and let me know how your end of the year is going. Are you done already? Are you still looking at another full month of schooling? What's your timetable like? This will be probably the beginning of May by the time I post this. So yeah, let me know below. So my iced matchas are back. It is officially hot here in Arizona and I need something cool to drink. So today, like I said in the intro, we're just talking like encouragement. I know that as the end of the year draws on, you start feeling like, okay, have I done everything we've needed to do? Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed with questions of that, or oh no, we're not gonna finish all of our work we wanted in the time frame that I had originally set out. So now my timetable is different than what I had planned. And just kind of like how to push through and I don't know, just have faith in yourself, I guess, to know that however the end of the year is working out, that God will provide, you will provide, and your kids will be fine. They will be okay. I think sometimes in homeschooling, we often kind of can discourage ourselves. Like, are we doing enough? Are we doing too much? Am I overwhelming my kids? Am I not overwhelming my kids? And yeah, I feel like that, especially like at the end of the year. And I've felt like this in years past. This is year 3 for homeschooling. And like definitely full-blown 2 kids, full-blown not whole day, but like full curriculum schooling. And so it's been a journey. Our year hasn't gone as well as we wanted it to. I think I'm doing a lot of 3-day weeks instead of 4-day weeks. So we're kind of feeling that timetable here at the end. We've finished some of our like smaller curriculums, but things like Isabella's math, we still haven't quite finished. We have not finished our spelling UC, which I think my only complaint about that would be that it's like such a long program. Like it gives you 36 weeks is Isabella's, and I think Lewis's is like 32 weeks or something. So, or 34 maybe. Like it's a long time frame for schooling. So that's kind of one I'm trying to get in my head right now. Like, we're not gonna finish spelling for this end of the year. We're just gonna start back up after we take our little break with it wherever we left off and go from there. Like for that, I feel pretty confident that it's not gonna be like too much of a disruption if we're not finishing it completely, by May 15th or whatever, the date that I've set in my head of when we wanna be completed by. So I would say if you have curriculum that you are stressing about not getting it finished, like maybe we need to start doing 2 things a day so we can finish by the time we want, like just let it go. It'll be okay. I mean, obviously if you're taking like a full summer off, 2 or 3 months, like you might want to finish your math. Honestly, that's like the only one that I could probably say like finish in time. That's when we gauge our year, is like we start with math, and then when the math is done, like our year's done. We kind of use math as like our gauge. Just because I feel like math, at least in my opinion, is one of those that like kind of need to finish it all before you can move on to the next thing. And if you're taking a super big break, probably want to finish it. But things like spelling, even your grammar and stuff like that, like you can just push it off to the next year. It's totally fine. Push it off till after your break. Let it go. Don't let yourself stress. So you can be like me and still have one kid whose math is done and one who's not. And then you're kind of like, ooh, okay, we'll just keep figuring out stuff for the other kid who's done for things to do. And that's what we're doing. I went and printed off a bunch of math worksheets from him from, I think it's K5 Learning or something like that. They have free math sheets. So I just went through and printed off like 15 of them. And they're all really simple, like anywhere from 15 to 20 problems. And he'll just do that each day until Isabella's done with her math. And she's agreed to do 2 lessons a day because she wants to be done with it as well and take a little break. So if you're not quite there on finishing stuff on your timetable, it's okay. Nothing's gonna like self-combust. It will be fine. You can totally roll it over to the next year. Don't stress on it. And then I would say on top of that too, if you finish stuff and you're like, wow, our school day is really light, embrace it, people. Because right now our school day is pretty light. Like we have almost nothing right now. It's almost like we're kind of in summer school already because of how like light and nice it is. And so enjoy it. Like today I didn't have a whole lot of motivation to do our short amount of schooling that we did have. But I was like, you know what? If we get schooling done, we'll do a nice quiet time, which is where the kids are at right now. And then we'll go to Costco. And we never go to Costco in the afternoon. One, because it's chaos and I hate it. But also the kids really like samples. So I can kind of bribe them with that. If everything gets done and we do it well and no complaints, you can have samples at Costco. So today's bribery was Costco for myself and for the kids. And tomorrow will probably be like, let's go to the park or do something like that, whether it's in the morning or the afternoon, because we can be flexible because we're at a lighter schedule. Like embrace your lighter schedule, let it be. Don't try to add stuff on. Just kind of like Lewis was done with school by 10 a.m. It took him like less than 40 minutes to get the few things he has left done. And he was like, I'm done already? Yeah, bud, you're good. Go play, have fun, go outside. And so he did. So yeah, I would say embrace the simple while you can, because I know once we all start up our new school year, we seem to kind of like have the list of all the new things we want and we pack it in. So that's the beauty of the end of the year, is the end of the year can be a lot more simple. Yeah, it's totally worth it. It's nice. As you prepare for the end of the year, I don't know, we've never really done like a big woohoo, school's done. So I'm thinking this year I might kind of like let the kids like talk to them and say, hey, we're gonna be done probably by this day. Is there something you want to do to kind of like celebrate? Or is there a place you want to go to try and celebrate? We have a field trip coming up in like a few days, sometime later this week, Thursday. And so I know that'll be fun for the kids, especially because we're not doing a whole lot of school right now, but I'm thinking maybe I'll kind of talk to them and see if there's something that they want to kind of like push forward and look forward to, like, hey, you know, you only have 15 lessons left on math. Can we finish those lessons sooner and then we get to do our thing sooner? Or are we gonna drag it out? And that's fine too if you want to take it slow. I'm not gonna push you, but I'm thinking of maybe kind of like adding in some motivation in that sense to kind of get my oldest little bum in gear to be like, hey, yeah, I definitely do want to finish, so we can do whatever it is the kids deem as their fun thing. So thinking I may try to like bribe a friend or something to join us in that, depending on whatever the kids decide. And then that'll add some extra motivation as well. So look for motivation, whether it's in the day or at the end, to kind of push yourselves through to that end goal. I know a lot of people maybe like take vacations or something like that. That's just not in our cards this year, so we are gonna be home, and honestly, like, we're only gonna take a week off before we start like our next school year, because I have a lot of like decluttering and things I want to get done, and I want to go back through and organize a lot of the school stuff, and then just kind of like have a good reset, like where we're not going to do anything. I won't make the kids do any kind of school stuff like I would for summer school, because we're actually not going to start summer school till later this summer towards the end, when we will be taking a break, like a good chunk. So yeah, all for bribery. Bribe yourself, bribe your kids, whatever you need to push through. And I would say, kind of like in closing, I didn't really write anything down for this. This is just kind of me talking off the top of my head, and what kind of felt right is, as you homeschool, the most important thing is like getting to be with your kids. You're the person who is with your kids all the time. You know them best. You know what works for them the best. Like, sometimes it's hard in the day in and day out when you get frustrated or you get tired. You just want 5 minutes to yourself. But remember that like you are their, not only mom, but the person that like is there for them the most. And so you can really take heart in knowing and seeing your child grow. And that's what I've seen, and I've kind of kept trying to remind myself this year, as our school hasn't gone as well as I've wanted it to, but knowing that like my kid has really made like a lot of progress. This kid has made progress in this area. This kid has made huge progress in this area. I feel like we're ahead on things that I wasn't expecting to be ahead on. And it's kind of like rewarding to know that like, yeah, we can do this. Like, it might not look perfect, it might not be easy, and not every day is sunshine and roses. Certainly not every day, most days. But when you do have those moments where your kid is reading to you and it goes smoothly, or your kid learns a new math problem like without complaint and like gets really excited about it, it makes that homeschooling journey worth it. So try to like, I don't know, soak up those moments, whether it was current or something that happened this year, to kind of push you through. Homeschooling is a beautiful blessing, and I think privilege that we're able to do it, and know that you can be successful and you will be successful. And yeah, I just think that it is totally worth it. And I think as we round out the year, just kind of looking back, like I keep finding more and more reasons why I love having my kids home, why I love being the one that's teaching them. And my husband helps out too, just not as much. He doesn't help out as much because he is working, obviously, but I'm doing the work here in the home, and providing for our family in that way. So keep at it, stay strong. We're so close to the end. If you're already there, you're lucky. And if you're taking a nice big chunk of a break for the summer, enjoy it. Enjoy the nice warm weather. And hopefully the break, whether how short or long it will be, refreshes you and gives you the stamina you need to start the new year. All right, have a great day.